Brandon Miller flew completely under the radar last season for the Charlotte Hornets, which is kind of crazy because he was the second pick in the draft. But two things, the Wemby hype completely just took over. And I mean, I get it, the Hornets were a bottom of the barrel team, facing injuries, and I think basically when LaMelo went down, all interest in the team basically went out the door. But this season, the Hornets look very promising with guys coming off of injuries, with everyone staying injury-free, healthy. Hopefully a healthy season for LaMelo and these Hornets. They have a lot of talent on this team to be a functional, sneaky playing team if everything goes perfectly to plan. It is a team getting its feet wet, getting more competitive, getting more talent. It's looking pretty exciting for the Hornets. Brandon Miller is one of those guys I expect to be a big catalyst in the Hornets pushing along this season. In his rookie season, averaged 17, 4, and 2 on 55% true shooting. Very solid numbers for a rookie. The biggest thing to note is that Brandon Miller, right off the bat, this man is a big time three-point shooter. Whether if it's stationary, off the catch, movement shots, coming up the floor in transition, and showing a bit of that off the dribble pull-up shooting. He launched close to 7 threes a game and shot 37% on them. 7 threes a game from a rookie is kind of crazy. We really don't see much of guys just coming out and just having that full green light, but he had it, and really solid shooting on that volume of threes. And this is the type of guy he was coming out of college. This is the guy we expected him to be, a high-level shooter. He has a very quick trigger to where he can rise up off of DHO actions, big time in early offense, transition spot-up shots, sprints and spots up off of flares and pin downs, and he has a bit of that catch, fake, pull-up in his game. You can run different stuff for him to come off staggers, floppy action. There's an understanding from him to when to lift from the corner or slide into the corner to get a better angle for a pass. And some of the threes he makes can be pretty tough and shows a bit of that deep range shooting. Like some of these shots can be, oh, he's getting contested and he can hit them at a high level. He can rise up quickly and hit them. There's high confidence in that shot. So if you trail him or go under a screen against him, he is going to get into that shot, no hesitation. But he has good awareness. He isn't just going to pull up mindlessly and go for crazy shots. But he has an understanding of spacing or when I need to go for a pump and then sidestep. He has got that respect to where defenses will really key in on him, pressuring him, bodying him up, top blocking him, just doing everything they can to slow him down or keep up. And within a team with LaMelo also being a high-level three-point shooter, this is going to be a pretty exciting duo between those two. Just two high-level shooters operating off of each other. He isn't much of a big-time shot creator, does show glimpses that he can change directions, string together moves, and create a shot. That's an area that shows promise in his game to where he can come down the lane, put together some dribble moves, and get into a pull-up jumper. At his height and length, he can really get his jumper off at ease. Good use of hesitations, left to right, right to left crosses. He shows a very good level of craftiness on ball. As the season progressed, he grew comfortable to where he can operate in ball screens and get into that mid-range jumper. That is his secondary area of attack, where 39% of his shots comes from the mid-range area, and he shot a solid 43% from there according to Cleaning the Glass. He has a solid understanding working in ball screens, use of screen rejects, snaking screens, and putting his defender in jail. Also, just getting the ball, jabbing one way and quickly going the other has become a staple of his game. Rejecting those screens or playing out the triple threat. Just a guy who can try to quick attack a closeout and get to his spot as well. The cutting from him is also something that he can do, moves well off the ball, and recognizes when he should take the opportunity to cut inside. Attacking closeouts and attacking in straight line is really going to be valuable from him. Playing more of ball, bridges, and guys who can create advantages should benefit him more in the long run. And defenses already respect the hell out of his shot, so just being able to make decisions and putting the ball down, being aggressive, and getting deep into the paint is going to be areas to watch for in his development. He isn't the most explosive ball handler and doesn't have the tightest handle just yet to be a reliable one-on-one or go-to scorer. He also isn't the strongest or shifty and doesn't create much separation, which does limit him as a downhill threat. 18% of his shots were at the rim, and though he shot a decent 63% from there, he just doesn't get there enough to be considered a threat inside. He doesn't blow by guys consistently, which puts a bit of reliance on his shot and craftiness. He has proved to be a tough shot maker, which does help him. He is pretty patient and methodical in his attacks, just seeking out the best shots for himself or for his teammates. His pacing is a plus, and that shows in his passing game. He isn't a level of a lead guard playmaker, but can serve as a secondary third type of role. Definitely needs to make quicker passes, but he has a good level of understanding of who's open or not and who I should pass it to. Pretty much he was going through the rookie thing of understanding his teammates, where he should get his shot off versus passing. Like, there are moments he can beam off some good passes, and there are moments of miscommunication or just getting stifled by length. Nothing too crazy, can make those extra passes, keeping the offense flowing, working in ball screens, just capitalizing on how the defense is set up and where to pass to. The separation and downhill stuff from him is a legit issue to where it's questionable if he will ever be good at that. Really athletic and smart defenders can impact him. He just doesn't have much burst to really get by even average defenders consistently. Even when he does get angles and shots closer to the rim, he often settles for floaters and just taking off further from the hoop. He is not much of a physical finisher and initiating contact, and doesn't finish well through contact. He also doesn't have the tightest handle or burst to get deeper into the paint and make plays, though his handle at this point is pretty solid. It's just building more on that. Miller on the defensive end shows potential to be capable plus type defender, still needs more reps, has the length and instincts, but for his size, his strength really holds him back as a versatile defender as well as switchable. He's not a guy who will offer much resistance against physical offensive players or someone who can get through screens at a high level. He's not going to hang defending the star forwards or guards, but can give you value in defending players who aren't the quickest, can defend and stay solid against crafty players, but ultimately his value will come more so off ball. He definitely has the instincts and physical tools to be a plus on the defensive end and can utilize that length to create deflections, play in the passing lanes. The Hornets weren't the best defensive team last season, so it's kind of hard to gauge how effective he can truly be on that end because he wasn't in a structured system or a system that's really going to be for the long haul last year. And Miller's work last season can get lost in, the Hornets were just poor, but he has showcased some good instincts when playing in the passing lanes or in help. Brandon Miller was a bright spot in his rookie year with the Hornets, a team expected to try and compete further in the East this year. And with a lot of the pieces that they have, if everything goes smooth, as said before, and they're all healthy, defensively they can really take off, and offensively they have the stars to really build on to be a very solid, functional team for this season and the years going forward. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy breakdowns like these. With all that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.